माननीय मोहन भागवत जी, श्रीमती Sasibala, President ICCS, Elder Inija, Elder Elizabeth, Grandma Jeuti, Elder Toraja, Elder Elder Achamimi, Sri Pulin Chandra Gogoi, Sri Basant Agarwal ji, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor and privilege to stand before you at the 8th International Triennial Conference and Gathering of Elders. First of all, let me welcome all of you to this state of Assam. Assam is known as a very important state of India. We are situated in the northeast part of our country, and I am sure in the next 5 days you will be in Assam and Arunachal and you will be able to explore our beautiful state. This conference is hosted by International Center for Cultural Studies. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the ICCS for organizing this remarkable event. The ICCS was established in Nagpur, India in 1997. The founders were interested in studying similarities among various cultures of the globe. A key objective of the ICCS has been to network globally to cultivate strong bonds with native communities of the world. The theme of this conference, Shared Sustainable Prosperity, resonates deeply with the challenges and aspirations of our time. The current era is marked by a negative global impact on indigenous tradition and faiths. To address these challenges, it is imperative that we draw upon the wisdom embedded in our indigenous faith and chart a course for the preservation and propagation of this belief for a sustainable future. In India, in addition to the major religions, several indigenous faiths flourished, reflecting the rich cultural diversity of the nation. Indigenous faiths in India are not merely religious practices, they are repositories of wisdom. They underscore an intimate connection between communities and the natural world. Preserving this belief system is about safeguarding diversity in religion. Alongside, it is also about sustaining ecological traditions which are integral to India's cultural landscape. These indigenous belief systems are deeply rooted in the traditions, customs, and folklore of different communities. A profound example of our indigenous faith is our Adivasi faith across India. Adivasi faith practiced by indigenous tribal communities are deeply connected to the environment. These belief systems often include animistic practices, the worship of ancestral spirits, and a deep reverence for natural elements. Each tribal community has unique rituals, ceremonies, and deities. Examples include the Gond and Baiga tribes in the central India, the Santals in the east, and the Bhils in the west, the Munda, the Orao tribes in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Centralized around the worship of spirits, deities associated with nature and ancestors, this faith places significant importance on maintaining harmony with the nature, Mother Nature. The indigenous faith of various communities in my state, Assam, reflect a profound connection with nature and spirituality. Among these, Bathoism, is followed by the Bodo people, with Batho revered as a creator of the universe. Emphasizing harmony with nature, Bathoism involves ritual like prayer and community gatherings. Bodo people celebrate this faith through festivals like Boisagu and Domasi. Similarly, the Thai Ahom community reveres Longdong as their principal deity, propagated by Sorgadev Sukafa through ritual like Umpha Puja. This prayer holds significance for other Thai communities of the state as well. The missing tribe worship Doniopolo, centering around the benevolence of deity represented by the sun and moon. On the other hand, the Karbi people's traditional faith, Aran Barim, deeply rooted in animism, involves the worship of various nature-associated deities. Aran Barim reflects their commitment to maintaining harmony with the natural world, integral to their cultural identity and spiritual lives. The Rabhas believe in malefic and benefic spirit and worshipping gods and goddesses, while Dimasa community worship Himalaya as Shiva. Prayers are an integral part of their daily rituals. The Deuris practices an animistic faith, worshipping both their ancestor and the deity Shiva. Similarly, the Sonwal Kosari community perform Baitho Puja, a form of Shiva worship. All these examples illustrate the diverse and rich tapestry of indigenous faith in Assam. The ancient faith and tradition that have evolved over the millennia exert a profound impact on the way of life for numerous communities. Unfortunately, indigenous communities in India often become target of conversion effort by mainstream religions. Missionary activities carried out by various religious groups can result in a decline in the population who practices indigenous faith. The temptation of material benefits, education, and healthcare provided by the missionary organization influence individuals to convert. This leads to a gradual erosion of indigenous religion practices, with younger generation being exposed to external influences. There is a significant risk of dilution of indigenous belief system. Consequently, younger individuals may find themselves discouraged from practicing or embracing their indigenous faith. This issue is of serious concern for all of us. The erosion in the population of indigenous faith has an adverse impact on age-old culture and faith, along with the profound knowledge embedded in them. Therefore, it is the bounden duty of younger generation to adhere to the belief systems preserved by their ancestors for so long. Preserving this indigenous faith is essential to safeguard the cultural heritage and the wisdom passed down through generations. Birsa Munda, a revered tribal leader and folk hero, stands as an exemplary figure in preservation of indigenous faith. He played a significant role in late 19th century in Chotanagpur region of India in protecting and preserving the indigenous faith of the Munda community. Birsa Munda's legacy is marked by his effort to revive the traditional Munda faith. He encouraged a return to the indigenous religious practices and the worship of nature. This movement is referred to as a Birsai. His enduring influence inspired for preservation of indigenous culture in India. Today, his place is solidified as a pioneer in the struggle for the tribal autonomy and cultural identity. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, strongly opposed mass conversions. Reflecting on his religious belief and guiding principle, Gandhi expressed strong resistance to religious conversions, particularly those influenced by external factors. This opposition was rooted in his philosophy characterized by respect for all religion and a belief in the unity among faiths. Gandhiji was apprehensive about the divisive consequence of conversion, advocating for individuals to seek spiritual fulfillment within their own religious tradition. In his article, Why I Am a Hindu, Gandhi emphatically stated, I do not believe in people telling others of their faith, especially with a view to conversion. Faith does not admit of telling, it has to be lived and then it becomes self-propagating. The 18th century English critic and essayist Samuel Johnson recognized the profound laws of human society when there is a death of any language. We understand that the demise of any indigenous faith and culture implies an enduring loss of embedded knowledge and wisdom. In alignment with this sentiment, our government in Assam has created a specific department, the Indigenous and the Tribal Faith and Culture Department. We are working all round the clock and we are trying to preserve the indigenous culture and tribes in our state. Doing that, we are offering budgetary support to the indigenous communities. We are trying to see that the external factors which influence conversions of indigenous tribe and faiths are minimized. And also we are promoting and we are creating a respect in the society for the indigenous tribes and faith and their culture. I commend the ICCS for its unwavering commitment to revitalizing ancient traditions and culture worldwide. Their dedication to studying commonalities has laid the foundation for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a profound aphorism propagated by the Upanishad, paving the way for a global collaboration we witness today. I am very honored that in this particular conference we have the presence of Pujya Sarasam Salak of Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangha, Manya Mohan Bhagawati. I am sure that his speech will inspire all of us and his speech will also inspire us to rededicate to work for preserving indigenous faith and culture. In conclusion, let this conference be a testament towards a future where preservation of indigenous faith is a shared responsibility. I always believe that the majority community has the more responsibility in preserving the indigenous faith and culture. If the majority community try to eliminate the indigenous faith and culture, then that will be the saddest day for the entire world. May this insight shared by our elders pave the way for a world that preserves its tradition, nurture its ecosystem, and embrace indigenous faiths. Together, let us embark on this sacred journey towards shared sustainable prosperity. With this, I conclude my speech, and once again I welcome all of you to this beautiful state of India. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.